Hey YouTube, it's Bia. I'm here for Recovery Tuesdays with the Werfreedomfighters channel. And we are starting a new program. Or I guess program. And today's topic is about eating disorders and their connection with self-harm. And I'm gonna be talking about, experiences with it. I'm gonna try and offer my advice and how to move beyond self-harm and how it kind of links with eating disorders and why people do it and stuff. So first I want to talk about my experiences. My experiences with self-harm include cutting my arm and my wrist. That's what I've done the most. I started even before my eating disorder, in fact. When I was pretty young, because my eating disorder started when I was 12 or 13. Other than cutting, I have done taking way too many Tylenol, Advil, regular prescription, or non-prescription, I mean. And, of course, eating disorders are self-harm as well. People kind of don't put them in that category a lot. They only think cutting and overdosing as self-harm, but, eating disorder is obviously self-harm too. So I've had a lot of terrible experiences. I still have a few scars on my arm. It's really bad. I have done it in school, and, that's the worst. I took so much medicine one time. It was the only time I've overdosed, actually. But my stomach hurt for over a week. It was terrible hurting. It was not fun at all. So there's obviously advice for self-harm and self-injury. And right now, something that has worked for me in the past, I kind of want to give you, something that's worked for me in the past. What I would do, because I'm, for cutting, what I would do, I would take a hair holder or something, and I would then, every time I feel the need to, cut myself or maybe scratch myself too hard, I would just kind of go like that, and it kind of hurts. It's a little bit of a pinch, so that kind of gets the pain motive out. And I think that while it's not a permanent solution, it is a lot better than cutting your wrist or anything really of that matter. Other advice is to really, when you're feeling down, talk to someone. Even if it's just a text or something, talk to someone, talk to your best friend, talk to a brother or a sister. Call up your therapist if you have one, or someone you were in the hospital with. Many people care about you, even if you don't think so. And, self-injury can never be a secret. It always gets found out. And, excuse me. Basically, it's, I like to try and distract myself a lot. I get constant feelings of feeling lost, alone, confused, extremely sad, or whatever. And I just think that, basically, I'm very busy right now, and getting help is, I just get help for my eating disorder, and I tell my therapist everything about the cutting it and whatnot. But sometimes I can't always get to see my therapist, so I have to do other stuff. And the other stuff is, call up a friend, get busy, do homework, read a book, take a nap. I'm a huge nap taker, guys. I don't know, but I'm always sleeping. I'm a high school student. My life is average. But yeah, it's very important to, talk to someone. I know that's hard as hell, and you definitely don't want to do that at all. I know. But really, there's so many coping skills out there that you can use instead of harming yourself. You can go to a public place where you know you won't harm yourself. Draw or color for you artsy types. Journal, and journaling really helps me identify the trigger. Read a book or magazine, like I said. Sometimes I'll even pray because I am religious. I'll get on the computer, maybe go on Facebook or something. Sometimes, what I like to do is just kind of throw objects. Shred paper is a popular one. There's this other one I've heard of before. Holding ice cubes in your hands until they melt, and then use warm water over your hands. Cleaning. I love, that's what I'll do when I'm really upset. Clean. Take a bath or a shower. Go shopping is not really good for us. But yeah, I really do like to wear a rubber band around my wrist or something and just snap it tightly when the urge arises. And something else I've kind of heard of, but I don't really think it's a good idea. But it's just something I've heard of, so I guess maybe it works for some people. Make marks on your arm, with a washable red marker, where you want to hurt yourself. And, because, sometimes self-injurers like the sight of blood. And I know that sounds to some of you guys very ridiculous, but, I mean, I found it on a self-injury support site, and so I guess, it works, kind of. And, there is this other factor that I find really impressive. It always seems awful, you're not going to get through the next minute, even. That's why you want to hurt yourself. When in all reality, wait until 15 minutes passes, and you probably will be completely over it. That happens to me a lot. I always think that, I won't be able to make it through the next few minutes, I'm going to kill myself, blah, blah. You will get through it. So yeah, and then there's also links to eating disorders. Eating disorders are self-harmful, so that's definitely a link right there. There's a human self-destruct button that we all press for ourselves constantly. It's human nature, I think, and I think we do it because we think that we like the attention. And a lot of people say that they don't do it for attention, and that's completely true. A lot of people, we don't do it for attention. I know, but there's also something behind the whole attention-seeking point. We want, not, when we say we want it for attention, we kind of tend to think we just are an attention whore and we want everyone to be looking at us. No, it's not how it is. I think that the attention we want is from our families, from our loved ones. I think that's a lot of the reason when people do it. I do it because I feel I deserve the pain. I do it because I feel I deserve the pain so much that, every time I hurt myself, even if it's not on purpose, I'll be I deserve it. It's ridiculous. I don't deserve pain. You don't deserve pain. You're a great person. People love you. Even if you don't think so. Everyone always feels alone once in a while. But someone does love you out there. I'm serious. I mean, I know this sounds ridiculous. I'm so cliche and whatnot, but it's true. Okay? And you're the worst judge for yourself. The worst. That's why it's so important to get a safe contact, who you can call up and talk to or whatever. Because we always see the worst in ourselves. I think it's also just human nature. We always see the worst in ourselves, and so we always just want to, we get so upset and depressed over that we feel taking it out on ourselves, and sometimes taking it out on ourselves can go too far. I have not cut since exactly a month ago. And I'm proud of that because a lot of stuff has happened in the past month, a lot of bad stuff. But you just gotta keep busy. Have something around your wrist. Throw out the pills or give them to someone who can hold them until maybe you're sick or something. You actually might need that cold medicine. Good luck, guys. I gotta go. I'm running out of time, but I'll talk to you guys next week.